Hello there, my name is David Pustansky and welcome to this Extremed.tv review of Pac-Man 99 for the Nintendo Switch. So after the success of games like Tetris 99 and Super Mario 35 RIP, it's great to see that the Nintendo Switch is being blessed with another online large-scale battle royale game like Pac-Man 99. Now obviously this takes another retro game, just as Super Mario Bros. 1 and the classic Tetris formula have been transferred into a battle royale realm so that you see all of the other players either side of you as you compete and battle to be the last Pac-Man standing. Pac-Man 99 is a collaboration between Nintendo and Bandai Namco and features a jazzed up version of the original Pac-Man game that looks and plays very much like it did in the arcades back in the day. Now, as an online multiplayer battle royale game, you play what feels like classic Pac-Man, but either side of the playing field you are flanked by a representation of the other 98 players, and this allows you to see how many players are still actively in the game. Gameplay wise, it still feels very much like classic Pac-Man, although it does have the more chaotic feel of the more recent game Pac-Man Championship Edition, as the pellets regenerate and appear in random areas of the screen, and you have all kinds of chaos pop up onto the screen as well, such as extra ghosts or extra enemies that you have to deal with. Of course, this being a competitive game, the strategy isn't quite the same as it was on the classic Pac-Man, where you would simply need to dodge the ghost and collect all of the power pellets as fast as you can. Instead, you are trying to pick up a new type of item which adds more ghosts in a kind of conga line which attach onto the back of the other ghosts already on the game. You can then eat this huge conga line of other Pac-Man ghosts and it will send them across onto another player's screen. From what I could tell, the main way in which the game is competitive is in the sense that you can affect another player's experience on the game. Otherwise, it's more a case of outlast your opponents as the game picks up more speed and gets increasingly challenging the longer the round goes on. This is all very similar to how puzzle games such as multiplayer Tetris, like the aforementioned Tetris 99, would play. It doesn't play like other battle royale games such as Fortnite, where you will actively take out your opponents. It would have been cool if you could jump across to another player's screen and eaten them as your Pac-Man, but I guess that's just wishful thinking. But maybe one day there could be another game that does work that way. In addition to the extra ghosts you can make appear, you will spot white outline shapes of Pac-Man appear on the screen, and if they are not eaten quickly, they will turn into clones of Pac-Man who at first are harmless to touch, but later on will turn into evil red Pac-Man and they will be able to kill you if you touch them. So you want to avoid that. One thing that's interesting about that though is the fact that when you catch the ghosts, it would seem that these ghosts are sent across onto the other screen and become the clones of Pac-Man rather than more ghosts. I don't understand it, but some things in this world aren't meant to be understood. Now, if you let the clone Pac-Man stick around for too long, he will eventually turn into the red Pac-Man that I mentioned earlier, and this will cause a game over if you touch one. This really does add to the challenge, and as you reach the final 10 active players on the board, these red Pac-Men hidden amongst everything else, and the sheer amount of clones and ghosts and chaos on screen is fairly difficult to navigate. This does take a little while to get used to and is similar to Super Mario 35 by just making things more challenging by throwing more and more things at you, rather than the final stages of the round being about you and your opponents outskilling each other. Of course, you do have to outskill your opponents, but you outskill them in the sense that you have to outlast the CPU for longer than they outlast the CPU. So in that sense, outskilling them. But it's not like Fortnite where it's a battle between you and another player to have a better aim or like have a better nerve to win the day. The game is really addictive to play, and in the few hours I've put into the game so far, I've only made it to the top 10 a handful of times. The sense that one more try will yield a different result is what keeps you coming back, and is another reason why these Battle Royale style games on Switch work so well. It is worth noting that just as Tetris 99 first released with the Battle Royale mode and then later added some extra modes that you had to pay for, this game also is free to play for Nintendo Switch Online subscribers, but does have a bunch of extra modes and some cosmetic themes which you can pay for. For the purposes of the review, I've only played through what you guess is part of the base game and have not paid for the extra modes, but they do include CPU Battle, which is basically an offline version of the main game of the Battle Royale mode, which would be great if you wanted to play this on a plane or somewhere where you didn't have internet access, which with the Nintendo Switch, unless you're connecting it to a phone, is going to be a lot of places. The other extra modes in the Deluxe Edition include Score Attack and Blind Time Attack, where you'll have to score big or clear the board as quickly as you can within a time limit. I'm sure for Pac-Man mega fans, the prospect of these modes sounds great, but I think for most players, myself included, and I am a Pac-Man fan, I think probably the main mode that you'll want to get into here is the Battle Royale mode, where you're playing against 98 other players. One thing I'm really pleased about is the fact that you can actually pay for these extra modes. It's not that I didn't want them for free, because that would have been great, but the fact that they are paid extra modes does seem to indicate that this game is going to stick around and isn't going to be a limited time release like Super Mario 35, and that one day it will be lost to time forever. The other DLC that you can currently get on it is Cosmetic DLC, which changes the look and style of the theme. So when you're playing it, instead of seeing perhaps the Pac-Man theme, you will see that it looks like Galaxian or Dig Dug, and as using Galaxian as the example, you'll see the little Galaxian spaceship going around the Pac-Man maze, controlling, I'm sure, exactly like Pac-Man. It doesn't change the gameplay, it's purely cosmetic, but it'll be good to go around and eat up some bugs rather than eating up the ghosts. So there you have it. Overall, I thought this was a really fun game to play. It was addictive, and I found that I was losing hours very quickly, just trying again and again to be the one Pac-Man to rule them all. Now, if you're a Pac-Man fan, you're going to get a lot of fun out of this, and this definitely feels like a great addition to the Switch Online service. I wish there was still Super Mario 35, but now with Super Mario 35 having come and gone, Pac-Man 99 and Tetris 99, it does get you wondering what will be the next game to get the 99 treatment. But that's a video for another day. For this, I would say definitely get this game. It's not quite as fun, perhaps, and addictive as Tetris 99, but it definitely feels better suited to this style gameplay and format than Super Mario 35 was, and that was a great game in itself. So, from me, until next time, my name is David Pustansky. Do find me on social media if you would like to. If you wouldn't like to, then perhaps just find Extreme Improv. You can go to our website, extremed.tv, where you'll be able to find loads and loads of articles and video reviews such as this one. And also, smash the subscribe button over on youtube.com/extremeimprov for all of the shows, all of the reviews, all of the videos, and so much more. So, from me, until next time, stay safe, stay extremed, and watch out for ghosts. Waka waka.